Hello, my name is Krzysztof Marek and I'm working at the Warsaw University of Technology. Today I would like to show you a Baltic large-scale computing platform that we are working on. Together with 7 different teams from all around the Baltic Sea region, we are working on a project that's funded by the European Union and whose goal is to make large-scale computing easier and more accessible for everyone. This way, we would like to make computation and large-scale computing power easier to find, easier to use, and to also connect everyone who is interested and who can benefit from such solutions. To achieve that, we have created several goals that we would like to fill in the project. The main goal, one of the main goals, is to utilize the already existing resources. There's a lot of resources, computation resources that are already bought, that are already there working, but they are working not all the time. They are not fully used. And the goal of our platform is to make using such resources way easier. The owner won't need to find other people's, they won't need to look for clients themselves. They'll just connect to our platform. The next goal is to make the large-scale resources way easier to access for the users, not only for the suppliers, for the owners, for them to make them used, but for the people that would like to benefit from them, that would like to use them, way easier to find. Then we would like to connect the developers with the engineers, the people with the ideas, the companies that would like to benefit from the computation powers. The developers will be people with the IT knowledge, with the programming knowledge, that will be able to create computation modules, that create computation applications using distributed hardware and using powerful hardware. This way, this large-scale computation powers will be usable, and the people that would like to use them won't need to have such high knowledge on programming, on the way how to use large-scale computing. And to make this easier, to make this more possible, we plan to make the application development way easier. We'd like to simplify the process. This way, not only a real programmer, not only a person with a lot of experience in programming in large-scale computing will be able to create their own applications. And in the end, to make the computation development way easier and faster, we would like to make the code reusability a common thing, something that everyone can do, that reusing a code will be very easy and people will be able to reuse even their own code without much deal, or to reuse other people's code without having to really get into all the details and all the aspects of the solutions that other people have already implemented and everyone knows that they are working. We see our platform as a place where end users, developers, and suppliers can coexist and help each other. The end users are the engineers, are the companies that have the idea, that have the problems that need to be solved with the help of large-scale computing, that can benefit from the use of large-scale computing. And developers are the people with the knowledge of how to solve such problems with the help of large-scale computing. And the programmers will be people with programming experience, the people with the knowledge of how to use large-scale computing. The end users will have the ideas, will be usually an experts in their field, but they wouldn't need to have such high knowledge on the programming and the large-scale computing itself. Together, they will be able to solve those problems and create the solutions. We believe that the end users can be also the developers, and the other way, the developers can be the end users. And then there comes the third party, the suppliers of the computation powers. To make everything possible, we need to connect the people with the idea, with the people with the solutions, with the people with the resources to compute the solution. This way, the suppliers will be able to use their resources already existing that are not fully used, or maybe they will buy new resources just as an investment to the platform. And over everything, there will be a group of administrators that will be taking care that everything is working properly, and they will be solving some security issues or just maintaining the platform that everyone can use them without any other problems. The way that the Baltic large-scale computing will make solving problems easier and resources made available is the application market. When you have an idea, when you have a problem you would like to solve, and the first thing you can do is check the application market. You can see if there is an already existing solutions that you can use. You will just supply it with your own data, maybe change some parameters for it to work properly as you intended, and you will have an out-of-the-box solutions to your problems that you can use in our platform. The other way is to have a place where the developers can connect with the engineers, with the end users. This way you can also rate the applications, that everyone know what you think about them. You can make requests for new applications. Maybe you are looking for a solution. You'll be able to find the developer that's eager to help and that will just develop a solution for you. The next way to help to reach those goals that we have is the computation application language. It's a language specially designed for the use in our platform, and it's helping to create the applications from already existing computation modules. Not only it helps you to build these programs from, I would say, bricks or small pieces of code or of smaller programs, but it also allows you to manage the entire flow of data inside the applications. You can make steps happen, you can define what exactly is happening inside of the module, you can make it parallelize in the way you wish you'd like to have it parallelize. The computation language gives you a lot of possibilities and how you make the applications, and from the computation application language, the Baltic large-scale computing platforms know how to execute the computations, how to compute it, and how to make it as parallelized and as quick as possible. So to make the applications, you will need the computation modules. Computation modules will be Docker containers that have some special functions to coexist in the entire environment, but inside of them there will be some code that is doing specific thing, something that's maybe as trivial as downloading some data from outside storage, or maybe some preprocessing, but also they can contain the core of the solution, maybe some neural network training, maybe some image processing. And those computation modules are the way that our platform is helping to develop the applications, because you can use those small bricks, small elements to create the applications. And it also allows for very easy code reusability. You can save your own modules, reuse them in other applications. You can use the computation modules that we have provided that are checked, are our own, and you can use them as you wish, or you can use the computation modules from other users of the platform, from other developers. And this way it's way easier to share your code. You don't need to understand everything inside the module to use it if it's not yours. And this way the development of the application can be way easier and faster, as you won't need to rewrite, copy the code as in regular programming. And to make everything possible, we'll need computation powers to compute all the applications created by developers and executed by the end users. We are using right now two technologies to connect to our platform. It's Kubernetes and Docker Swarm, both using Docker images. How everything will be working, how our network will be working. In the middle of everything is the computation engine, the heart of the platform. Computation engine based on the computation application language, on the application written in the computation application language, knows exactly which modules need to be executed when and with what data. And with those information, we'll be selecting, the computation engine is selecting the best, the most optimal resources in the entire network, and sending the information for them to perform the computation. In the end, the results of the computation will be sent to the end user to where he specifies in the computation application language. This way, it's possible to use multiple resources, and the network itself can easily change, and the computation engine will adapt. It will use the resources that are available at the moment. And this way, it will be way easier to access those resources, as the end user won't need to look into which cluster is available, won't need to contact the provider by himself. He just executes the computation, clicks, yes, please perform these computations. And the platform for him selects the most optimal way, selects the provider, lets him know that he has to perform the computations, and everything is happening without any direct communication between the end user and the provider. And the provider on his side only needs to set up our client on his server, on his cluster, and he doesn't need to do anything else. Everything will be done automatically. All he will get is the reward, the payment for the used computation power. This way, it will be easier to utilize the resources, to make them available when necessary, when possible, and for everyone to use them without a lot of effort. And this is how the platform will be running. And right now, it's ready in the alpha stage, and we would like to ask you maybe to join us in the pilot program. Right now, the pilot program is looking for some people who like to test the Baltic large-scale computing platform. Maybe you are a developer, you are a company, an SME, that would like to solve some new problem, that would create a new solution to a problem they have and use large-scale computing to it. Or maybe you already have a solution, you have something working for you, but right now it's not enough, it's not powerful enough. You'd like to scale it up, you'd like to scale it to use the large-scale computation powers. If yes, just let us know. We are very eager to help you. We are looking for those pilots to our platform, and what you can do is you can visit the BalticLSC website to get some more information, to look into what exactly is happening in our project, or you can contact me if you would like to take part in the pilot program. You can email me, we can schedule a meeting, we can see if your case is fitting into the Baltic large-scale computing platform, if we can cooperate to make everything happen and to make everyone happy. So thank you everyone for your attention. And it was me, Krzysztof Marek from Warsaw University of Technology. Please check our website, and I cannot wait to hear from you and maybe start some pilot programs. Bye!